Pick up on a Monday, dust on the dash, long week ahead, scrolling through the noise, man, every voice inside my head. Then I hit that little thumbnail, that worn out logo that I know. Soon as that thing kicks in, I feel the static let go. Hashtag true, say it how you said at the kitchen table. Hashtag true, bend but honest, tough and stable. Laugh a little, cry a little, call it like you see it in the booth. Turn it up loud, let it shake that room.
Get ready, Morgan in North Carolina, as the NAWA Championship Wrestling makes its long-awaited return to the Burke County Fairgrounds on Sunday, January the 11th, for the 10th annual Bunkhouse Stampede. Don't miss the chaos of the Bunkhouse Stampede. 30 contestants will enter for a chance to win it all. Come as you are. Bring weapons. Over the top rope elimination, every man for themselves. The winner gets a shot at any title they choose within the next calendar year. Make your plans to join us for the 10th annual Bunkhouse Stampede. Come see the NAWA stars live, up close and in action. There will be 4 other exciting huge matches as the NAWA Heavyweight Champion Justin Kindred Allen will face former champion the Silver Fox. The NAWA Tag Team titles will be on the line as the Allen brothers defend against Damn Extreme. There'll be a huge 6-man tag team match, and there'll be a huge 8-man tag. Don't you dare miss the 10th annual Bunkhouse Stampede. This is one of the biggest shows of the year for NAWA. Make plans to join us now. Sunday, January the 11th. Doors open at 3 p.m. Bell time 4 p.m. All tickets are just $10. Don't you dare miss NAWA Championship Wrestling.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hashtag Truth. I haven't done this in quite a while, so had a friend of mine remind me of that a little while back, and I'm going to have to start doing that again, and I'll explain what that is at a later time. But Michael agreed to let me have about 2 minutes, and then it's going to be all about him in the bunkhouse, man. But I just want to tell you guys something, man. Y'all made me cry again, folks. I ain't going to lie. I did my video this morning. As you guys know, my house is falling apart around me. It's a 40-year-old house. Things are happening. But I had a wrestler friend of mine call up this morning and tell me, man, you ain't shutting hashtag down. I'm going to send it to your Cash App, and you're going to do next month too, man. And man, I love all you all that watch my show, and I love every one of the friends that I have in professional wrestling, man. Wrestling can be, I told Michael before the show, I said, wrestling can be a curse and it can be a blessing. And this morning I got a really big blessing. I'm not going to mention the person's name unless he wants to be known, but just know, man, I love you and I appreciate it. Mr. Michael Elliott, owner and promoter of NAWA, you have got a big annual show coming up this Sunday night or Sunday afternoon. I apologize, Sunday afternoon. That kind of struck me weird because not a lot of shows are early, but Sunday afternoon at 3. I think doors open at 3, bell time's 4, right?
That's right. Doors open at 3 p.m., bell time 4 p.m., Scott.
There you go. The Bunkhouse Stampede. Now, I've got a ton of questions to ask you. Again, everybody knows I don't script my show, but the first question that comes to mind, man, and you're a owner promoter, you're one of the ones I brag about all the time. I just want to ask you one question, and I want an honest answer, okay? No fourth wall breaking, no nothing, but how hard is it as a promoter to get 30 guys to show up on one night? I just want to know.
It's hard, but luckily we've been very capable of doing it.
Okay.
We actually had 31 this year and 1 canceled, so we got a few on standby just in case.
Okay.
But you never really know if they're all going to show up until you're there at the venue the day of the event.
Exactly. Oh, and one more announcement, then I promise it's all about the Bunkhouse. Tonight I was supposed to interview Miss Jessie about her all-girls show that's coming up, and she graciously let me interview Michael because I missed his, and we're going to reschedule with Jessie as soon as possible. So we love you, Jessie, and thank you. And I'm pretty sure I'm talking for Michael too. Thank you very much for letting him have this night, because his show is Sunday, and he really wanted to get the information out on hashtag. And I appreciate you wanting to be on my show, brother. That made me feel so good.
And thank you, Jesse, for letting us come in here and have this spot tonight.
Yes, without a doubt. Now, there's not only going to be a bunkhouse, and that bunkhouse is a big match every year. I mean, weapons galore. We're going to talk more about that. The winner of it receives a contract that he could turn in at any time throughout the year for any is it any match, or is it for any championship?
Any championship match they like to have. They can go for the heavyweight title, the Carolinas title, or TV title, or even cash in for the tag team titles.
There you go. There you go. So you've heard it right from the owner's mouth, man. I love that. But there's also 4 other matches, correct?
There will be 4 other exciting matches as well, including the Big Bunkhouse Stampede, which is, the main attraction. But yeah, we've got 4 huge matches. Do you want to talk about them, or?
Yep. I'll go ahead and as I pull them up. Now, this isn't in the order that it'll probably be on during the show, folks. I'm just going to put the poster up there, and Michael's going to tell you what the match is about. All right, here we go.
This is just a big 6-man tag team match we've got right here. We have the team of Sexy Gouda, Will Goodman, the working man's working man, and Chase Coleman, the son of Caprice Coleman. They're going to be teaming up. First time ever as a 6-man tag duo, taking on the Divine Embrace, which is Daniel Reed and Kari Cobain, and they're going to be teaming up with Bash Caliban.
That right there looks like a good match, man. And then we got this one.
Big 8-man tag team match right here. We got a huge team of the Moonshine Express. That's Big Nasty and the High Flying Hillbilly Dusty Money. They're going to be teaming up with the former NAWA heavyweight champion Big Donnie, the Burke County legend, and they'll also be teaming up with the NAWA Carolinas champion Pony Johnson. They're going to be taking on the team. It's a mixed match over here on this side. You got Pretty Boy Bailey, who's making his NAWA debut. He'll be teaming up with the Masked Outlaw, the Throwback Curtis Robertson, and Grant Kistel.
There you go, man. That looks like a banger right there. This is the one, I'm not going to lie, out of the 4 matches, this is the one. And if you're not coming for this match too, including the bunkhouse, you're just wrong. Tell us about this heavyweight championship match.
Yep. Big heavyweight championship title match. If you've been following along at NAWA, Justin Kindred Allen befriended the Silver Fox, and they were best friends for several months. But at our last event in Morganton in I think it was October at NAWA Payback, Fox and Kindred faced the Moonshine Express for the NAWA tag team titles, and with the help of Justin's brothers, Robert and Steve Allen, they won the tag team titles. But in that moment, Scott, talking about the Bunkhouse Stampede, they won last year's. All 4 Allens won last year's Bunkhouse Stampede, and they had a chance at the titles whenever they wanted, and they took their chance right there. They turned on the Silver Fox. Justin hit him with the tag team title, knocked him out cold. Robert cashed in his opportunity, and now Robert and Steve are the tag team champions.
So the same night he won the bunkhouse contract, he turned it in and immediately
won. They won it last January, and they've held on to it until October. And in the same night, they took the tag titles. Justin turned on his so-called best friend.
I got it now. Oh, wow.
Cashed in his opportunity in the heavyweight championship, and now the Allens pretty much have all the titles except for one currently in NAWA.
Wow. And then we got the tag team match. Here we go, tag team title match.
Yep, the tag team champions. So Robert and Steve, one of the best tag teams in the Carolinas. I've known these guys for years. I'll put them over to anybody. They are great guys in and out of the ring, but they are one of the best tag teams, if not the best tag team here in the Carolinas. But you got Damn Extreme on the other side, Thomas Extreme, who's one of the best as well, and Buggy Wright, who was Tommy Rich's favorite wrestler. That's going to be one of the best matches on the card, if not the best. I'll just say that.
Yeah, the Allens are one of the top teams in our area with no doubt about it, man. I love watching the Allens. Now, there was a time, hashtag truth here, that I called the Allens out and said I didn't like them, but we made up our differences, and I like them now. I've been loving them ever since. So they're a good team, and they deserve the tag team titles. And I can't wait to see that match. It's going to be a really good match. We got comments coming in left and right, so I'm just going to throw them up here as they are. Robert Brown from Lafayette, Indiana, always in the house, man. He wants to know, what kind of music do you like?
Old sad country songs.
Oh, country. There you go. So you like my intro then. I hope you was knee slapping to my intro, because it's rock. It's country. He wants to know, Michael Elliott, by chance, are you heel or babyface? What?
I guess that's whoever you ask on what day you ask, I guess. You know, when you're in charge, people either going to like you or they're going to hate you, just depending on the day, I guess.
And that was my next question, because I'm going to be honest, I haven't been to an NAWA show yet, and I want to go out there so bad. Are you part of the show in any way, shape, or form other than, you know, what you're supposed to do? Are you a character in your own show?
No, I'm not. I run the front door. I promote the shows. My wife and we are the definition of a mom and pop shop. It's me and her. And we have a great staff around us. Dean Kazaya and his family, they're great to us. And we have a lot of great people that help us out. But it's really just,
there you go.
You know,
there you go. I knew the answer to that before I asked it, folks, but I just wanted to ask it. And there's more than that reason. Trust me, I know, but I'm not gonna give that out. Anyway, we got Sean Duffy said, hello and good evening from Follow Nevada, my West Coast connection out there, brother. I love you. Thank you for showing up to hashtag truth. We got the Bassmaster, Jack Morgan. He said somebody needs to get tased. Uh-oh, there's a story there. Do you know anything about somebody needing to be tased?
I have no idea.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Bless their heart.
And Robert said, thank you. And a shout out to Jesse for giving us this slot tonight. Again, yes, thank you very much, Jesse. Connor Drake said, this is fire. Love Connor, man. Love his tag team.
Oh, what tag team are they a part of?
Connor Drake is part of, God, come on. Now you're going to make me think.
Yeah.
I'm not used to people turning the tables and asking me. Expensive Attraction.
Oh, yeah. I think I might have heard of them guys.
Yeah, Expensive Attraction. You turned the tables on me. That kind of got me twisted there for a second.
I think they're Austin Idol's star trainees or star pupils.
Yeah. Oh, good tag team. I like them boys. I ain't going to lie to you. I like them. Robert Brown said, where in Carolina is that at? He wants to know about the show.
The Bunkhouse Stampede will be in Morganton, North Carolina this Sunday, January 11th. Doors open at 3 p.m. Bell time, 4 p.m. All tickets are just $10. But, Scott, we are not just in North Carolina. We run shows in North and South Carolina. I like to say we're the only true Carolinas promotion. I don't believe any other promotion runs in North and South Carolina, but I think we might be the only ones.
Right. Off the top of my head, I cannot think of anybody else that does do that. Now, there have been some that have done that, but they're gone now. So if we're wrong, please, by all means, if you run a company that runs both sides, please let us know. I'm all about the hashtag truth. We can be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Ledford said, hey, y'all. It's a big maybe if I can come to NAWA on Sunday. Depends on how I feel and if I have to work. Well, that's everybody, man. Come on now, Brandon. If you got to work, you got to work. Everybody understands that. But if you missed the Bunkhouse Stampede and those 4 great matches, man, that's your fault, because that's going to be a rip and roaring show, man. He wants to know, don't forget my follow-up question. Well, the man said he likes country music, so are you a big Tupac fan?
Sure.
Okay,
yeah,
well, there
sure.
you go. That surprised me too. So I'm always surprised on this show, man. Robert wants to know if you like Jelly Roll. He's a music guy, as you can see. So we got to get you to start asking wrestling questions, Robert.
Oh, my kid likes Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
I like jelly on my peanut butter sandwiches.
There you go. I like it. I like that. Brandon said, Jack, don't tase me. Missy Childers said, Connor Drake is like a Backstreet Boy. Oh, my goodness. It's already started. Oh, HP needed to be tased in the bunkhouse match. That's what he said. He said, I guess one of the years HP was tased during the bunkhouse match.
I don't believe we've ever had a taser involved in the bunkhouse stampede, and I've been there for the last 9.
You might be thinking about. I don't want to
think
put it out there like that, but you might be thinking about another company, Jack, in one of their, because there's a lot of people that call it the Stampede. There's only one bunkhouse stampede, but there's a lot of people out there that use that name. You might be thinking about. I'm just saying, you might be. Missy Childers said hello, Michael.
Hey, Missy, I'll see you Sunday.
Missy said WFC does.
Yeah, that's true. They just ran Union, South Carolina for the fair. I'm talking about on a consistent basis. Every other month we're in each state. Okay,
Jack said AML runs in both states. So there you go. There's a couple of you, but not many.
I don't think so.
I love that. Brandon Ledford said, have you ever thought about bringing NAWA to Rutherford County or maybe Shelby or Marion?
Well, I believe all those communities currently have wrestling serving the wrestling fans' needs at the moment. But, if ever the right opportunity came, we would come. Obviously, Morgan's not far from Marion. I believe it's a half an hour away. So if you live in Marion, you have no excuse not to come out this Sunday to the Bunkhouse Stampede. I think HWA runs the Rutherfordton area.
Right.
Marion has USA Main Event currently, and I think Hometown Pro Wrestling is actually in that area as well.
Right.
And I think Shelby's got a few promotions.
Wrestling Evolution just started TCW running there now, and a couple more, I think. Yeah, Shelby's high traffic.
Yeah, there's no need for us to go to those communities, but the thing that I'll say is that we will go anywhere and we will run a show anywhere if we're able to. We run shows in Morgan, Rock Hill, York, Lancaster, Charlotte. We'll go wherever.
Right. I got you, man. Traveling NAWA. I love it too, man. That's great. Jack Morgan said, no, that's not what I meant. He said HP needs to be tased in this year's match if he's there. But you'll have to pay a ticket and see if he's there or not. That's all part of the bunkhouse, man. It's like the Royal Rumble, man. If you knew everybody that was coming, you'd never watch it, right? Just saying.
Yeah, so for people that aren't familiar with our bunkhouse stampede, a lot of them start out with everyone in the ring. Ours is different because it's Royal Rumble style. Every 90 seconds, we'll have someone come out. And the unique thing about this is that you're allowed to bring weapons. We've seen everything from an ironing board, steel chairs, barbed wire bats, all kinds of things. A plunger.
Well, if you watch the video promo of the commercial promo about the show, you can see in the first 4 or 5 clips a lot of the stuff that's been used already in some of the rumbles. So, the weapons are a lot. Let's see. Robert wants to know, who was your favorite wrestler growing up?
Oh, geez. Sting and Hogan. I'm coming from that era. Sting and Hogan were my 2 guys growing up.
I got you. Nothing wrong with that one at all. Yes, Missy. Missy said the bunkhouse will miss Chris Thunder Anderson this year and every year after.
Yeah, he was always a staple of the bunkhouse stampede for several years, and he was definitely evil, mean, and nasty in those bunkhouse stampedes. And I was
wearing his shirt yesterday when we were going to go live on the air, and of course, I had changed my shirt today. But man, I miss that guy. I'm telling you, I love sitting down and just talking wrestling with that guy. It was so much fun. It was. Jack Morgan said, I need to cast my line at the again at NAWA. I think that's his funny way of saying he wants to come to NAWA. Missy said, don't forget about a wooden sword. There was a wooden sword in there one time.
We got a water gun in there. I mean,
even a water gun. Okay. Brandon said, can the fan, he's like, wait, the fans can bring weapons? Can they bring weapons? I mean, sometimes the fans get out of hand though.
Now, this is something I should probably clarify a little bit better, but yeah, sure.
Okay.
We've had fans bring weapons every year, and we tell them, we'll take them. We don't guarantee they will be used, But yeah,
Right.
we've had people bring stuff the last
Okay.
several years. I think last year somebody brought a wooden plank that said "Praise Dale, raise hell," and it got used and broken in half last year.
Okay. Okay. So there you go, Brandon. Hey, I love that though. For whoever brought that board or whatever you were saying, and that it got broken. That was a memory that fan will never forget. That's the stuff I love about professional wrestling. If you do bring something like that and you guys go, okay, we can use that, and it's used, that fan will never forget that. And that will probably make him a fan of the bunkhouse every year after that, if not in NAWA as a whole. But, the bunkhouse especially, because that just those little moments. Fans never forget that stuff, man. And I'm speaking as a fan before y'all throw me under the bus again. Because if I was to bring something and go, hey, man, can you use this? And I'd be like geeking out. I'd scream like a little girl if I saw my weapon and they're being used. I'm just telling the truth, y'all. Just saying. Dylan said, shall we talk about chairs in the bunkhouse?
Sure, bring a chair.
I can imagine.
I've
I can
seen
imagine
chairs
how many chairs have been used in the bunkhouse.
I think almost every year I've seen chairs get wrapped around people's heads in the bunkhouse before. It's not a pretty sight.
Oh my God. He wants to know if you like Ric Flair.
Yeah, of course.
Who doesn't like Ric Flair? He was
I'm an old guy.
16-time champion. Some people just don't like excellence, I guess. I don't know. Missy Childers said them chair shots would make her cry.
It'd make a lot of people cry.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Them are the day. The matches like that are part of the reason why I'm glad I'm 450 pounds and I can't do a match, because I could not imagine being hit by a steel chair in the back or the top of the head, or it's swung, or a baseball bat. And a lot of times you see barbed wire wrapped around it. You got kendo sticks that I've seen people lift their shirts up after getting a few kendo stick hits, and it's a big welt that doesn't go away for 3 days. Yeah. And I love the people. I hate the word, but I love the people when they're talking about, oh, that's fake. Wrestling's fake. Yeah, let me grab a kendo stick and you stand in front of me and let me hit you 3 times as hard as I can swing that kendo stick in your back. And then you turn around and tell me how fake wrestling is.
These guys that step in the ring, and the women too, they're tough,
Yes.
tough athletes. So it's nothing fake about it. It's just scripted.
Yes, they are. There's nothing fake about it at all. The only thing that everyone worries about is, and I was told not to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Oh boy.
The wrestlers not getting hurt is one of the biggest things that everybody worries about. Okay. I understand storyline, but we do want everybody to go home to their wife and kids. I'm just saying, or husband and kids, just saying. But yeah, I do love a good beating with any kind of weapon, though. I'm just gonna put that out there. Brandon said, "Who's your favorite unbookable, and why is it Eric Anton?" I had to, bro. Hush your mouth with that stuff, man. He done and gone, man. Jonathan Darwin said, "From personal experience, kendo sticks hurt the worst."
I'm sure they do. I've never been hit with one, fortunately. Luckily, I don't have to deal with that type of thing.
Missy Childers said, "Everyone loves NAWA. It's one of the better shows in the Carolinas. A lot of those guys will always be family." Oh, excuse me, to the Childers family. Yes, really good show. Like I said, I've never been there, but you can go back and watch as many hashtag truths as you want. When Michael Elliott puts a commercial out, I put it up there. He's one of the guys that I brag about on all stands. I'm an HWA guy. Everybody knows it. All right. But I would love to come out to Michael Elliott shows and check it out, man. I think he runs a great show. Great guy for he does his job, man. If I'm going to be a smart mark and put it out there, this guy on my podcast with me right here works hard. I mean, from the day as soon as this night is over, he's already working on the next show, and I know it. I don't even have to ask him.
Oh, we've already got the next 3 events lined up and ready
that's
to
what
go.
I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. See, you're making me fall in love with you, Michael Elliott. You're making me fall in love with you, man. Crystal Hudson, owner and promoter of NC New Millennium Championship Wrestling, said hello, Scott. What's up?
Hey, Crystal. Tell Puffo I said hello too.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Is that the 4-on-4 tag? Is the 4-on-4 tag match an elimination tag?
No, it's an 8-man tag. One pinfall, one submission. That team will win.
There you go.
Bunkhouse Stampede is a very, very long match.
Yes.
So that's why there's only 4 other matches on the card. So it's usually we have 6 to 7 matches, but that bunkhouse is going to take. It usually takes 45 minutes to an hour to get all 30 contestants in the ring and get one person standing.
There you go. And it's always 45 minutes to an hour, and it's nonstop action from bell to bell, y'all. If you ain't never seen a stampede like that, it's nonstop action from bell to bell. I mean, I couldn't tell you how many great stampede. Now, I've never been to one of his, but the ones that I have been to, they called it other names, of course. But, you know, it's wall-to-wall action, and this one's going to be no different. Trust me. When you think you've seen it all, trust me, you haven't. Something's going to get pulled out of somebody's pants, or something's going to get pulled out from under the ring, or something's going to be brought out from the back. Trust me, it is mass chaos from bell to bell until, like you said, that hand is finally raised at the end of it. And it's one of the most fun matches you'll ever watch. And I'm saying that as a fan. I love over-the-top battle royals where, like he said, all 30 guys are in there, because I'm old school. I was raised old school wrestling. You know, I love those kind of matches too. But the way this one is made, it gives opportunity for more people to get moves in, and you see enemies who in NAWA are going to face each other in this match, and things like that are going to happen. And then, you know, there might be 10 people in the ring. Next thing you know, here comes a big 3. I'll give you the guy. You just said his name a few minutes ago, man. Let me get the right poster up here. Come on, Scott. Where is he? You can't miss him. When that big boy right there next to Pony Johnson, Big Donnie, comes in the ring, you better believe there's going to be a few boys being thrown over the top rope. There's going to be a few people getting hurled over the top rope.
It's going to take a handful to get Big Donnie.
Yes,
over
and
the top rope.
that too. Big Donnie ain't just going to fall over the top rope with one guy. Trust me, it's going to take a few.
Yeah, and the thing about it is you don't know who's going to win. I mean,
you don't know what number they're coming out. You don't know when they're going to appear. Big Donnie could be number 30, and that would scare me to death if I was any wrestler in there, man. I'm just saying. Well,
unfortunately, little Donnie for the last 6 years has had the worst luck of drawing number 1 every year. So we'll see how that goes this year. Hopefully little Donnie has some good luck this year, and he's not number 1 for the 7th year in a row.
What? 6 years in a row he's pulled number 1?
Well, look at the guy. He's got bad luck. It's little Donnie.
Oh, I mean, there's bad luck. I've had a bad run of bad luck here lately.
You don't have little Donnie bad luck.
No, apparently I don't, because that is wow.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. I'm praying for his sake that he's not number 1 again for the 7th year in a row.
Now, you know what? God's got a sense of humor, brother. He might be number 2 this year.
That's still pretty bad luck. That's still very, very bad luck.
I could just see it, man. I could just see it. The first guy comes out and everybody's cheering. Yes, it's not Donnie. It's not Donnie. And then here comes number 2 and there's Donnie. I could see it coming. Boy, that would be funny. If I'm right, y'all give me a call somewhere. I'm not going to be able to be out there to the show because of my back. But somebody send me a message and tell me who was number 1 and number 2, because I really want to know.
We'll let you know something.
This man's going to be too busy to worry about me. I want somebody, one of the fans that is there, because I know there's somebody watching this is going to be there. Send me a message Okay, and let me know who number 1 and number 2 was at the bunkhouse, because I really want to know. Oh my gosh. Crystal Hudson said, "Well do, brother," about saying hi to Pafo. Missy Childers said, "Is there any good returns for the bunkhouse?"
No.
Oh, he flat out just said no. So you're not going to name drop anybody exciting that might be there. It's just,
we've announced several people that have entered into the Bunkhouse Stampede. If you follow us on our Facebook page, and we'll continue to announce that, but I don't think there's any big surprises this year.
the one poster I saw, and I'm excited about that, and I can say kid because he's younger than me. I'm excited about High Flying Hillbilly being in it. I saw that poster. I'm always excited when the High Flying Hillbilly shows up anywhere. That kid, man, I'm telling you, that kid is, and you do not want to be on the other side of the ring facing the High Flying Hillbilly. I'm just going to tell you, he gives it his all. He's called High Flying for a reason. He ain't scared of nothing.
He might even pee. He might even pee on you.
Yeah, that I've seen that happen too. There's no telling what he'll do in there, man. I love High Flying Hillbilly, man. That guy. And when I saw that, I popped. When I saw that poster, I popped. I was like, yeah. Brandon said Little Donnie needs to get him a 3-leaf clover. Well, he needs a lot more than that, brother. Oh man, that is great. That was the funniest moment of this show. That moment's gonna live forever with me. 7 years in a row, this man has pulled number 1 in a Rumble style wrestling match.
I'm kind of hoping for it.
I'm rooting for him too. Now I just anywhere but one.
Sorry, George South. Mr. Donnie is the true Mr. Number 1.
Yes. There you go. That is true. I like that, man. I love that. So how many years have you been doing this owner promoter thing?
Let's see. I was with NAWA for several years before I took over as a promoter owner. I got involved when Jason Freeman, who is a good friend of mine, my mentor in independent wrestling. I don't remember the year. It had to be like 2018 when I first met him and started videoing ringside and filming and putting together our YouTube show, which is up to 436 episodes each and every Saturday at noon on our YouTube channel. We've never missed a week.
That's amazing.
I think it's impressive. But anyway, I got involved doing that. Jason got burnt out really bad towards the end in about 2022, I'd say. He got burnt out really bad and was going to close it down. And I just told him, I said, I'm not ready for this to end. We're doing, things are starting to turn the corner. He didn't do as well as we're currently doing right now. And I don't know the circumstances with that or why, but he just was tired of it. And I was like, man, come on, let's just keep going as long as we can. And I was like, oh, I'll help you out. I'll do this, I'll do that. And I was like, he was like, okay, whatever. So I brought my wife to a show one night. It was Big Donnie's birthday bash number 3, I believe. And she was supposed to come to the show to see if this is something she wanted to get involved with and into. And little did I know that night, that was actually my first night taking over the company, unknowing to me. She had to work the front door. She had to sell the tickets, and we didn't. And you should not run a show. This is advice. Don't run a show if you don't have the money to run a show. We didn't have the money that night because we didn't know we were running the show. All we had was the cash in the cash bag that Jason had left us. And he just kind of was hands off, and we took over. And luckily we had a good crowd. We were able to pay all the boys. And since then we've just kind of been taking charge and running things. And
there you go.
I bought the ring and everything else. And here we are today. It's ever so less been about 3 years, going on 4 years now.
Nice. Very nice. Brandon said, if I don't get to go to the show, I got to know who comes out number 1 or if he comes out number 1. As soon as somebody lets me know, Brandon, I'll message you right away, brother. How's that? I'll message you as soon as I find out. Big T's in the house. He said, "What's up, Scott? I am here with owner and promoter Michael Elliott of NAWA. We're talking about the Bunkhouse Stampede that's happening this Sunday. I repeat, not Saturday, this Sunday at 3 p.m.
Let me tell you why it's happening on Sunday, Scott. We run at the Burke County Fairgrounds, and they have all kinds of other things there as well. Wrestling has really been one of the main things there over the years, but they have an annual chicken show twice a year there. And that Saturday is the chicken show. So if you come out,
got ran out of Dodge by a bunch of chickens.
Well, we ran on a Sunday last year, and I can't remember why. If somebody watching can remember the reason why, it slips my mind as to why we switched to Sunday last year. But we had a Sunday afternoon show for the 9th annual Bunkhouse Stampede, and we did well. So we're really hoping that continues this year. It's always one of our bigger events. People seem to be interested in that match, and hopefully they're interested this year. And, another interesting thing is that in the previous 9 years, we've never had a 2-time winner. So it's always someone new that's the current trend. No one's ever won this 2 times in a row going forward. Maybe that changes this year. Who knows?
Okay. I did not know that either. That's big news. That is big news. Now, here's my question, because this is how my mind works. And, I'm a mark, been called that many times this week. How many people do you know or do you remember are in the bunkhouse this year that had the opportunity to be the first 2-time?
I know Big Nasty's won it previously. He's entered in this year. Robert and Steve Allen, winners last year. Actually, all 4 Allens won it last year. They all somehow, don't know how that happened, but they all came out as one entrant and were wound up winning it all. Big Donnie could be the guy. He's won it before in previous years.
Big Donnie went from number 1 and went all the way through?
No, that was Little Donnie. Little Donnie's
Little
Mr.
Donnie.
Number 1. Big Donnie has won the Bunkhouse Stampede. He could be the first 2-time winner. I believe that's all out of the previous 9 winners.
Okay, I got you. Wow. Okay. Well, see, but there are some opportunities out there for a number 2. That's awesome, man. I love that. Matthew Collins said, hey, Scott, he just got through doing Wednesday Night Wreckage over on Twitch. He does a show hosted that I used to host that he does a great job on now using 2K25. It's called OCWA. You guys go check it out on Twitch. Matthew, if you want to, you go ahead and put the information for them to check it out. It's a great show, guys. If you like, there's a lot of indie wrestlers in the show that are from this area. Big Nasty and High Flying Hillbilly and a few others are on that show. I made them, so I know.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, when I was running it, it was called GIW, and High Flying Hillbilly and Big Nasty were the tag team champions for quite a while. They were the first tag team champions for quite a while, and it was just before I had to quit doing it because my PS5 glitched and I lost everything. They just had lost those titles just before that. So there's a lot of our area wrestlers on that show, and many others, man. Speaking of one that's on there, John Matthews is one of them. What's up, guys? This is John Matthews. Great guy. But I want to keep going asking you questions about ownership because I'm a big guy who comes on and I say a lot about owners and whether people like it or not. And your name comes up all the time. There's a few companies around here that their names come up all the time. And I just, has there ever been a point where you just want to throw your hands up and say, you know what? I'm done with this. This is just too much. Wrestling is just too much.
Yeah, I've had those thoughts before. But then, you'll go to your next event and everything goes smooth. You don't have any problems. You don't have any issues. And you're like, man, this was easy. Very rarely does that happen. There's always something coming up. But I've had several times where I wanted to quit and give up and just stop running events and just not do it anymore. But at the end of the day, I still enjoy it. I still love it. Like I said, we got some stuff coming up this year that I'm excited about. I feel like I've almost done everything and proven everything that I need to as a promoter. So I don't know. There's not a whole lot else.
Now, I don't want you to go anywhere anytime soon. So don't take this question as I'm saying that. But are you going to do the same thing that your predecessor did for you? Are you going to, when you believe that your time is coming, are you going to look for a predecessor to pass NAWA on?
I would love for that to happen. I mean, I don't know if it will or not.
Okay.
I know there's people that would probably have interest in it.
Right.
Will that happen? I don't know. I don't have anybody currently nipping at my heels to want to take over.
Right. Because I mean, right now you're like you said, you're doing great. Everything's going great. You still got the fire in your belly, as people say. You know, I was just saying, you know, is it a possibility that you would do the same thing back then? Like I said, I wasn't trying to imply you're getting out of it today at all.
Whenever the time comes, I'm going to have somebody show up with their wife. I'm going to take all the money, and then I'm going to leave them in charge, and then I'm never going to return. And then hope to God that they do well.
Oh my goodness! So you're going to do the same thing your predecessor did to you. That's.
And it was baptism by fire, man. I learned a heck of a lot in a very short period of time. And looking back on it, I'm kind of glad he did it that way. I had no clue, and it worked. It worked out. It could have went the opposite way, but it didn't.
Yeah. Brandon Ledford wants to know, did I get my PS5? My PS5 never broke down. It glitched, and I lost all my saved stuff. That's what happened. All my game saves were gone, including the wrestling one. So that's what happened. Matthew said, running a wrestling show isn't for the faint of heart. This guy ran a wrestling show for a while, too. He's a wrestler. He's a wrestler, too.
Okay.
That's for sure.
Everyone that watches wrestling or participates in independent wrestling, you hear that all the time. Oh, if everybody ran a show, then they really know how hard it was. And well, right. you should try it and see how it is and see how you like it, because it's not.
I'm going to tell you, man. I said it the other day on my promo, and I meant it, man. If I ever win the lottery, my wife already knows. If I'm able to walk, or even if I'm in a wheelchair, if I win the lottery, the first thing I'm going to do, because everybody's going to expect it, Scott, put your money where your mouth is. You've been out there running your mouth. You know, go do what you say is so easy to do. And so, yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'd have to win the lottery, though, brother, because I don't have the money to do these shows right. Because I have respect for all you owner promoters out there that do it right, that have the money, that pay the boys, that, you know, pay for the buildings, that there's never a problem. You never hear drama coming out of that, you know, their you know, company. You never, those are and that's everybody. I'm not speaking 1, 2, 3. I'm everybody. If you have that, fans love it, because we're not here for drama either. We want to come, we want to be entertained. We want to go. I want to go see high-flying hillbilly jump 16 feet in the air and land on somebody like Big Donnie, and then bounce all the way out and put himself out and eliminate himself. I'm not saying he should do it, but you know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of promotions out there right now, a lot of successful ones, and I'm proud to see all of these guys doing well. I know Apple City's doing great. AML obviously is doing great. AWL, Jimmy Ward and his son Gavin, they're doing pretty good right now. Community Championship Wrestling, Kylan Disney and Travis Trammell, they're doing a great thing down there in Spartanburg. So it's good to see a lot of people doing so well right now. And there's also a lot of people out there not doing so well. So it's just good to see that wrestling is doing good business everywhere right here in the Carolinas. And that's something, you know, I've been to Tennessee and West Virginia, Georgia. I visit a lot of shows, but the talent here, Scott, there is a ton of great talent right here just in the Carolinas. So you need to be out at these shows watching these guys, because we have some of the best professional wrestlers in independent wrestling here. And I've seen it, like I said, in all those other states, and a lot of it's trash.
Right. Well, I'm just going to say, you know, I'm going to put it this way as a podcaster. If you have a show in your local area, go support it. Because trust me, folks, you start going to these shows and you start supporting, there's a diamond in the rough at one of those shows all the time. Somebody you're going to look up and go, I paid $10 somewhere to watch that kid. Now he's in WWE. Whoa. I've been doing a podcast. This is my like 540th episode, And I've got 7 people that I can say have been on my show and they have wrestling contracts. And that's it. I'm not beating my chest. It's all about them and the work they put in. But man, that's amazing to watch. And that's what keeps me pumped is, these kids put in a lot of hard work. I might criticize, and I do, owners, but that's what I do. I'm a podcaster, man. You don't have to listen to me if you don't like me. That's cool. But, if you're putting in the work, and trust me, Michael, I know puts in the work. There's a lot of them out there that put in the work, but you got to put in the work. Matthew said, I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly of running the show. I've seen a company pay wrestlers with checks, and apparently some of those checks bounce. Missy wants to know, is Tommy Okami going to be in the bunkhouse? No. Okay. And Luke Fury said hello. Speaking of a kid who's going places, Luke is one of them. Respect the legends. There you go. There you go. I'm speaking of one right now. I ain't mad to say it. If you get mad at me for saying it, then you just don't know professional wrestling. I'm just gonna put it out there like that. But okay, so you said you and your wife showed up at a show. You just wanted to bring your wife to a show to show her what happened. The owner that owned it left the cash bag, left the cash for the door, and just took off, and that's how you got the show. That's what you said. Unless
that's what I'm going to do to the next guy. Oh. That's my wife and I were discussing us taking this thing over, so I brought her to the event to kind of ease her into what this is, because she's never been to. Well, she went to one professional wrestling indie event on a date that I took her on down at APW Chester many years ago before William took it over. But no, she came to the event. He was still there. He gave us the money. He gave us the bag. She ran the door.
Okay.
He stayed, but I'm going to leave. I'm taking the money.
It went right over my head. Okay. It went right over my head. Okay.
The next guy's screwed. I'm getting the hell out of
there. I love it. I love it. Without tearing down the fourth wall, and if you got to tear down the fourth wall, tell me, Scott, I'm not going to answer this, but what is the hardest thing you find that you have to do as an owner? Is it? Let me ask it this way: is it booking talent?
That's one. There's many things. That's one of them.
Okay.
Some people they'll give you the I don't want to work their price. Some people won't answer you. There's all kinds of things. That's one of the issues. Just getting buildings, and keeping relationships with those buildings is a big thing, and that's something luckily we've been able to do. But then you have other promotions. Some of these, I'm going to say it, other trash promotions out there that will go behind you after you've built a relationship with a venue or a building, and they'll call and be like, well, why can't we come in there? And it's just lots of nonsense, high school drama stuff that goes into dealing with this stuff. But
I can't say much about that because I was doing that just 3 days ago. So I'm sorry.
I'm not saying, it's anybody in particular, but that's happened several times we went here and they're like, why they've called the building asking to get into it. And, we've built a relationship with a lot of places. We do a lot of schools, churches, fundraisers for many different things. And that's something.
Yes, that was my next question. You're going to go into it. So go ahead and answer it, bro.
We like being a part of the communities that we serve. And, we work with breweries. We love to do anything, free shows anywhere we can, as long as, the boys, we've never had a show where no one's got paid. I'll just say that we still put on free events and work with, like I said, we work with several churches, several high schools, several breweries. We just landed a deal yesterday where we're going to be debuting in Fort Mill, South Carolina in June for a community event. So, and they saw us doing other community events. So
very nice.
Having good relationships with people and being a man of your word and doing what you say in this will get you a long way.
Well, that's a big thing about being a manager. I'm not a manager. Listen to me say manager. I apologize. that's the one thing about being an owner and promoter, man. Your word is key, man. If you tell somebody you're going to do something and then you turn around and don't do it, you know, that word gets around quick. We are in a wrestling business. And yes, I include myself in it because I'm a podcaster. That's what I do. But we're in a business where if you do something wrong to somebody or you wrong somebody, that word travels quick.
Right.
I mean, quick. It don't take time for one little bit. You didn't pay this guy. That gets around quick, especially if it's a name. And what I mean by name is, you know, somebody who used to have a contract and now is back in the Indies, you know, still doing their thing. But, you know, I imagine, and I'm not trying to pull any sob story or anything. I'm really not. But I know it's not easy to just, you know, there's some fans out there, and this is what I want to get across. There's a lot of fans out there who think independent professional wrestling is just Michael Elliott gets on the phone, calls 12 guys. Hey, can you come to the show? Yeah. Okay. Be there. Okay. Hey, you come to the show? Yeah. Okay. Be there. And that's it. That's how easy it is. No, it's not. And again, without breaking the fourth wall, it's not that easy, right?
No, it can be stressful. I mean, you can ask a lot of the guys that are, you know, regulars at NAWA. They've heard me all the time say, man, we're not going to draw. I'm going to lose all this money. I've had enough of this.
I mean, they're independent.
This is it. I say it all the time.
Each one of these guys are independent, so they're going to ask their price. And, you know, it's I don't know if it's I don't know what word I'm looking for, but you know, you have to talk these guys, get your price and their price together. You have to get, and I'm just talking about the bunkhouse. This is what gets me. And you said, you know, hey, we get 30 guys pretty good every year, so you must have a really good relationship with a lot of these wrestlers, which is awesome because you know. It can't be as easy as, hey, man, I'm doing the bunkhouse next week. Are you going to be there? And then I'm like, you know, yeah, I'll be there, and hang up the phone. And a lot of fans out there think it's that easy.
Well, it's not. You know, for an event this scale, you've got to start talking to guys. Most events, you got to start talking to guys a few months out. You know,
right.
God bless these promotions that can at the start of 2026, they've already got their whole schedule planned out. I can't do that. I booked 2 to 3 shows out.
There's wrestlers that have that.
Yeah, I can't do that. I gotta, you know, this is something I do. I enjoy doing, but I also have a wife. I have a kid. I have a job. And I don't know when I have to travel for work. I don't know when I have an event for my daughter. I don't know when my wife has something planned for us. So usually 3 months out, I have things, like I said, I've got the next 3 months. I think we're booked all the way up through April right now, and we're working on April. And we got something big coming up in April, and I'll tell you about it. We're hoping to do the Boogie Woogie Man Jimmy Valiant's last match. We're going to hopefully do that in Lancaster, South Carolina. He wants
That's a name drop on #Truth, folks. If you didn't hear it,
he wants to be the oldest male professional wrestler to ever have a match, and he wants to beat Dory Funk Jr.'s record. And he came to me, and I said, "Let's make it happen." I just had him at a show not too long ago, and we started talking about it. So when that happens, he'll have that record. Will he have it forever? Who knows? But he wants to have that record for himself, so we're gonna help him provide that. Hopefully in April this year, we're shooting to do that in Lancaster, South Carolina.
All right, we got James Barron that said, "What's up, brother?" James Sawyer,
Johnny Danger.
There you go, Johnny Danger. Luke Childers said, "What is your favorite memory you have had at NAWA?" Again, don't break down the fourth wall if that's it. Tell us a story that happened out in a ring or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I think my favorite moments are just things that we do that people say, "Hey, you can't do that because you're NAWA, you're the small town thing. You're not one of the." I feel like people don't look at us like we're one of the better promotions in the area, but if you look at the box office, people pack the box office for us each and every month, and I think we do pretty well. So I don't know how people can't equate that to doing pretty good, but I think just doing things like we had the Born to Be Wired match. You know, people were like, "You can't do a barbed wire match anymore," and we did that, and we drew a big crowd with that. they said, "Oh, you're just one guy. You can't do a real war games. You're not AML. You don't have that kind of backing." And we did that. We've done it 2 years in a row, and hopefully we'll do it a third year.
I've heard astronomical things about those 2 shows, dude.
But
I like I said, I wish I could come to I'm gonna get up there one of these days. I will. I promise you, I will get up there one of these days. I can't promise you when, but I will get up there. I've been saying that for years. There's only a few places I've been, and I can be honest about that. But I really do. One of these days when my trailer here, when our house here decides to quit, spitting and gurgling, I really want to get out and see a lot of shows. And you're definitely one of the shows at the top of the list, brother. It always has been. Just like any other show, you got haters, you got people who love it. So I've heard both sides.
Scott, if you're in wrestling and you don't have people saying bad things about you, I've been told that you're not doing it the right way.
Yeah, I should be a heel on my show. I found out, I didn't know until a few days ago how many haters I had. I should really be heel, but it is what it is. Let's get to the rest of these real quick because there's some good questions. That was a good question, Luke. Thank you for that question, man. I really like that. Matthew said like and subscribe. Appreciate it, brother. Crystal Hudson said hardest thing for me is keeping my mouth shut, but business is business. She's talking about being an owner and some things happening. Yeah, I got you. I got you. That's why us podcasters are here. You got to give us the dirt and we'll put it out there.
And you can't let people walk all over you, but also you have to have a line that you also probably shouldn't cross.
Right. I got you. And if you guys don't realize that was a joke. I don't do that. Matthew said I've had people tear down flyers, but I always made it a point to ask if I could put up flyers and always reach out and talk to other promoters. I would still push and promote other shows. Now, if you still do it the old school way, that is cool. I respect you 100%. A lot of people are just going the internet route. But if you're old school and you're doing that and another company comes and pulls that is the most disrespectful thing you could ever do. And if I ever hear about stuff like that, I lose total respect for that company because nobody owns a city. Nobody owns a town. Nobody owns anything like that. No. So, but most companies not, and Michael will agree or disagree with me. Most companies, if they're going to go into your territory and run a show, and I say territory, you know what I mean. If they're going to go into your town or 10 miles from you or 5 miles from you, Michael is going to pick up the phone and call that guy and say, hey, I'm not running the same day you are, but I'm going to be in your town and this is where I'm going to be at. I'm just giving you a heads up or whatever. I'm pretty sure you've done that, right?
Yeah. I mean, I want to say it's kind of an unwritten rule that, hey, I'm not going to go here or I'm not going to go there. That's why when the guy asked earlier, would we run this town, this town, this town? I was like, pretty probably not, unless an opportunity comes along that you can't pass up. But
I was going to say, unless, if somebody came up to you and said, hey, Michael, I'm going to give you $10,000 to run a show here, but this other company runs it, you're not going to say no to that.
Well, I'll say this as an example. I had a school reach out to me. And there was another promotion that ran there before. And I asked them why they didn't reach out to them and they didn't get back to them. So they came to us. We said, well, all right, we'll do the show. So I did message the other promotion and said, hey, we're coming here. This is why. And, some of the guys that wrestle for you may be asked to wrestle on this show. I don't want it, that to affect them. And they were very nice to me in that exchange. But as the show was being built up, they were making fun of our flyers and things of that nature. So there's all kinds of it's
there's those kind of companies too. I got you. I got you. I really do. Matthew said he has a question. I'll get to the question in a second. There we go. Dustin Bragg said, I love this guy.
He must have heard you talking about him, putting him over.
He must have. Was your ears burning, buddy? Here's his question. Have you ever had a worker no-show you just so they could work another show and you found out through another worker?
I don't believe so. I've had people no show. I don't know if it's because they wanted to work another show, but I've definitely had people no show over the years for sure.
Right. I don't think there's ever been a company where somebody hasn't, at least one time no showed.
And
It's just
it's
part of
more
part
it's
of
more
the
it's more common than you think, but
yeah,
thankfully it doesn't happen as often as you would expect it to.
right. Matthew said I always tried to pay what they asked, but I'll try to work out a deal with them also. And that was what I was saying, sort of, if they come to you
Yeah,
and
listen,
there's some wrestlers that think they're worth, $100 and yeah, okay, you better bring $100 worth of tickets through my door, and they don't understand basic math.
I'm going to say this as a owner of a company.
Right.
I want to pay these guys what they're worth, what they think they're worth. I really do.
Right.
Honestly, I think I
Right.
wish I could, but
Right.
at the end of the day, I have to make business decisions and not personal decisions.
Right.
And so you have to be business minded when you're doing
You have to be
doing
able to
this.
barter. Is that a good way? That's the word I was kind of looking for. As a
You have to,
wrestler and as a promoter, you got to look to be able to meet halfway and barter if you have to.
if you have to have a budget for your show, and if you can't follow
Right.
that budget, and if you can't, the goal for me is to break even on an event. That's a
Right.
success. If I'm able to make a little bit, it goes right into the next event. But you have to stick with what you can afford. And
There you go.
I don't see how some of these other places keep going. They're spending all this money and then people aren't coming. And how do they keep it up? I couldn't do it, Scott.
I don't know. I do not know. Matthew said I used to have wrestlers sell tickets to the show and allow them to keep half of what they made from those tickets. Well, there's some people, and I said people, I didn't mean it that way. There are some owners that have done that. I've seen it. We were talking to Jack Morgan here earlier. Jack Morgan is a master at that. Don't ever, and I'm saying this out of love, don't ever let Jack Morgan, don't ever make the deal with Jack Morgan. Here, I'll give you these tickets. I'll give you a couple dollars for each ticket you sell. Jack Morgan will go out and sell 100 tickets in 2 days. That's just who he is. Okay? And you'll be paying that man $200 plus what you're going to pay him for wrestling. I've seen it. Don't say, I've literally seen him do that. So there are wrestlers that can do that. So don't say they can't. But do you ever do that, or is that
Anybody that wants to do that, I'll be more than happy to do it. No one's ever approached me. Nobody's ever asked. Sure, why not?
Brandon said I'm a huge baby face in his book, never a heel. I'm just who I am, man. I'm a podcaster. Like I said, I am who I am here. Michael's talked to me on the phone 2 or 3 times. Am I any different on the phone than I am on my podcast?
No, sir.
If I am, tell the truth. Della, there you go. TCW in the house. Scott, you have a heart of gold. You have never been a heel. I can't be a heel. I just can't. And Dustin Bragg said, respect the legends. Man, you are one of them, and I respect you, sir, without a doubt. Respect your daddy, too.
He's a legend.
Yes, very much so. Della Hip said we are. Ballo, I'm horrible. I'll butcher names all day long, folks. You guys know that. Matthew said, I don't know what shows Michael checked out in Georgia, but I agree. There are some trash promotions at one point. Now, we're not here to trash people. We're here to raise them up. Hashtag to raise them up.
I'll name them, Scott.
Yeah, I got you, though. Crystal said, respect deserves respect. That is true. Terry Houston talking about, the people no showing in that. That's why you put cards subject to change on every show. Correct. I agree with you, sir. 100%. Terry Houston. Matthew said, one thing I'll never do, and that's go in a show with others because the other party tried to screw me over. It's kind of, okay, I have to admit, and Michael can tell me what he does and he doesn't. I'll form this into a question. But I have been begging for years on this show for companies to work together and kind of do what the territories used to do. And, I'm not saying bring a belt here and let it get lost over here. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, bring a champion over here in a non-title match and just have a match and bring NAWA's name to another promotion and they do the same. But there's a lot of companies, and you might tell me that you've done it and that's cool, but there's a lot of companies out there that will, no, this is my company. That's my belt. It's not going anywhere. I'm not having a chance of them doing this and that. All you're doing is messing with the fans, folks. All you do is messing with the fans. But Michael, have you done that with other companies?
Oh, we do it all the time.
There you go. There you go.
We've had several promotions have championship matches on our cards. We've had championship matches on their cards. Recently, we just had 2 NAWA title matches on a community championship wrestling show. We've had AWL championship matches on NAWA shows. Wrestle Force tag team titles have been defended at our shows. In the past, RWA has had championship matches at NAWA. So we work with everybody. If they want to,
I love to hear stuff like that.
Show,
that brings me back to them territory days, and I miss those days, man. I really do. I wish independent wrestling, especially like the Southeast, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. I wish they'd go back into some kind of, you can't get all the companies to do it nowadays, but I wish they could pull together.
Too much bickering between people that think they're important and they're not.
Yeah, I will agree with that. That's the hashtag truth. But I don't know what I'm talking about if I say that. You can say that, sir. You're in the business. I can't. I'm not in the business. Michael, Jack Morgan said, yeah. Jack Morgan said, yeah. And I'm just, that's true. This man I saw, and I was just telling a friend, it wasn't even a week ago, Jack, about what you did. I call this place affectionately. When the COVID Dome was running during COVID and all the companies were in there, one of the company owners went up to Jack and made the mistake of going, I'll give you, I think it was $2 or $3 for every ticket you sell, Jack. And he handed him a bunch of tickets. I don't even know how many it was. Jack come back not 3 hours later, Michael Elliott. And that owner had to pay him over $100 plus the wrestling fee. Plus, and the owner was like, I can't do this no more. I can't. I said, you're dumb, man. Jack knows what he's doing. I'll say one thing about Jack Morgan. If you do put him on your show and you ask him to sell tickets, he'll sell them. It was $3 a ticket. There you go. But he said 3 tickets. I don't know if you $3 a ticket. Yeah, that's what it was. $3 a ticket. And yeah, Jack made some money that night, and that place was packed. So, there are people out there who do the footwork, man. And that's what Jack said. Go put the footwork in. Here's the story. I got to hear this one. Dustin Bragg said, ask you about the Ukrainian.
I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe you need to bring him on so he can talk about the Ukrainian.
Dustin, what? Ask the question in a better way where you can jog his memory. Because I want to hear about the Ukrainian too, man. What's up with the Ukrainian? That's got me. You gave me something to invest in, Dustin. We just needed a better question. He goes, I tried doing stuff like that here in Georgia at one point, and it never came out. Man, it's not going to happen everywhere, bro. There's only certain wrestlers out there who are that dedicated. I'm just going to be honest, man. I'm not saying that, they're not right for not selling tickets, but there are only a few that are that dedicated. Doesn't mean they're a bad wrestler. I don't need any more emails or death threats, folks. I'm just saying. Just saying. It's been that week at Mike. I'm telling you, Mike. I said Mike. I took the liberty. Michael, it's been that kind of week for me, brother. Matthew said Dusty Money. Now Matthew's learning who Dusty Money is. I'm gonna call you and tell you something after the show, Matthew. I'm not gonna put it on the air, but I'm gonna call and tell you something after the show, and you're gonna be shocked. Missy said, Michael, your guys are good about sharing and doing promos right. I've said that since day one.
Yeah, for most part, yeah. It's hard to get guys to send promos in. A lot of them will wait till the week of the event. Um, I used to get pissed off about it. I used to get mad about it. Like
Right.
like I said, I've got my cards lined up all the way through April. So, and the guys in February, as long as you say, cards subject to change. They already know who they're working. The graphics are already made. So I mean, they really don't have an excuse
Wow.
to send in a promo. Some of them won't. Some of them will.
Right. Right. But I'm going to tell you as a fan, and again,
Need more
I'm
all the time.
saying it as a fan, a poster is fine, a fight card is fine, but I want to know who you are as a wrestler, and that lets me know when you do a promo. I know Dusty. I've only met Dusty Money a couple of times, but I know who Dusty is because he promos everywhere he goes almost. Okay, so that's how I know Dusty Money. All right. And well, he grew up
Yeah,
in wrestling too,
it's
so you got
well,
that.
that's the talent's opportunity to let the people that are coming to that event know who they are, who they're
Yes,
facing, and why they're fighting that person
yes,
that night. And if they don't
yes.
want to do that, then we'll do it for them. We're not going to
Right,
stop promoting. I
right.
think I said this on one of your shows in the comments
Yes, you
before.
did. The one
It's
that
up
got
to
me
the
in trouble. Yes,
It's up to the promoter to do the promoting, but we will
yes.
not turn down any help in the form of a share of a Facebook post or a promo or anything. We will not turn down the help, but we will do the majority of the work.
Right. When a wrestler does a promo, and my good friend here said it just like I do. This down here isn't a punchline for me, folks, even though it is a staple of my show. This is for real how I feel. And a promo to me is part of this. Give us some. Now he does his job, but the wrestlers, I'm just saying, who don't want a promo, give us something to invest in. He's gonna do it, but I want to know who you are. Okay. You come on and tell me why you're fighting. If you're X and you're telling me why you're fighting why, my hand gets closer to my pocket, if you know what I'm saying. The more you're talking, the closer my hand is to getting to my pocket and pulling out my wallet if you didn't get what I was going there.
We got the big heavyweight championship title match this Sunday between the
Right.
Silver Fox and Justin Kindred Allen.
Right.
Both of those guys did send promos in. We released those earlier this week, and as a promoter, I took those two promos and put a video package together to explain why this championship match is happening. It's on our Facebook page. It just released it tonight. So check that out. That kind of gives the backstory as to why this match is important, not just because it's for the heavyweight title, but because these two guys have a history. So when you come to the show Sunday, you'll know what's going on and you won't be lost.
There you go. I love that. See that again, that just gave us something to invest in right there. Because that told the story. It's awesome to put a fight card out. It's awesome to put a poster out. But like he said, if I don't know why you're fighting this guy, why am I paying $10 to get in? Tell me why you're fighting. Give me a reason to break through that door. And I'm not saying I won't pay because of a poster or a fight. I've done that too. I'm just saying the more you do as a wrestler, and I'm not downing you please, for the love of God, don't think I'm sitting here saying the ones that don't are horrible wrestlers. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the ones that do it, you're giving us more to invest in. And trust me, if you run a merch table, it's going to help your merch table too. And I'm not saying that as a smart mark. I'm not an idiot. Trust me, you get, the more you get yourself out there in your character, the more people are going to invest in you. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Jack Master said, I'm the Bass Master. Yeet, yeet. He said back here, just like another show, it was the first show I would do. I went home with then the owner and promoter, and he sold 54 tickets. So
then nobody else bought a ticket then.
I don't know, but I don't know about that time, but I can legit tell you that he sold those other tickets that one guy gave him. He came back in less than 3 hours with all the money, and that place was packed. So it was the COVID Dome, and the COVID Dome held about, I think, 75 people. I think it held 75 people. But still, You know, you hand a wrestler 50 tickets and he goes and sells 50 tickets in 3 hours. He did some work. He did something. Missy wants to know, do you guys have NAWA shirts?
We did years ago. We do not currently have any T-shirts at the moment.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
I don't know if there's a demand for something like that.
20 plus groups on Facebook. Well, you know, like he said, Michael's going to do the promoting whether you do or not. But again, I'm going to say, if the wrestlers, and we know the guys out there that do it, but you know, the wrestlers that put themselves out there, the more they put themselves out there and help the owner and help themselves. Let me ask you something, Michael. Let me ask you, because you're a straight up guy. If you have a guy who every time you say he's going to be in a match, he's going to be at NAWA, and he promotes, and he comes every show that you ask him to, and he does his job, are you not more acceptable to bring him up the ranks in your show and give him a title than somebody who don't?
Yeah, because you know you can depend on them, you can count on them, you know they'll be there. You definitely look for guys that are consistent in doing things that you need to be done, and those are the ones you want to consistently have back.
Right. And Dustin and his tag team partner, or when Dustin's doing solo, man, let me tell you, those are some promos, man. I wish I would. Dustin does some. I love his gimmick, man. I'm just gonna flat out say it. I love his gimmick. I love him and his tag team partner. I love their gimmick. I love everything about him. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah, I don't think he'd be doing too well if he didn't have that masked hillbilly with him.
Yeah, that's true. And there you go. See, you're on his show too, so he knows the name of the tag team. There it is, Moonshine Express, baby. You know it. We love them guys. But let's see. What else can I ask? We're 1:16 in. I'm only going to do a few more minutes because I know your time is valuable. And he did tell me
ask whatever you want. You may not ever get me on here again.
Oh, come on now. The bunkhouse is coming around next year. You come back and do the bunkhouse again with me. I love this, man. But since you mentioned it just now, why don't we do this right here before we do end it in a few minutes? Tell everybody if they want to look up NAWA or if they want to find out information about the show that they didn't discover here. If they want to go out and investigate on their own, where would they find the information for NAWA?
Most information is going to be listed on our Facebook page. Just go to the search, look NAWA Wrestling. You'll see our logo. You'll see the Bunkhouse Stampede flyer. If you're not seeing that, you're not at the right one. We're also on Instagram and X, and we also have a weekly YouTube show that, like I said, we've been running for years. Just search NAWA Championship Wrestling on YouTube. You'll find us there, and that's basically it.
Now, I will say one thing about Michael Elliott's show that I do love, because I've watched plenty of those YouTube videos of his show. The one thing I do love about NAWA, and this is the old school part of me talking, is, you know, in the old school when they used to, you know, before the match or after the match, would come and do a promo with the wrestler. And it's the, you know, the guy sitting there in front of the back screen, you know, has NAWA all over it. That's done on almost every Michael Elliott show. And man, that's one thing I love about if a wrestling show does that, I'm automatically going to fall in love with you, because that, again, you're giving us something to invest in. We're learning about the wrestler. The wrestler's doing a promo right off the top of his head. Sometimes, you know, but I'm telling you, you get to know people real quick. And Missy said, Moonshine Express just came out with T-shirts. How much are they? And I was glad that Dusty said, Big Nasty steals all my moves. Okay. Missy said, we love Dusty Money. Dusty Money, if you guys have a T-shirt out, let us know how much it is and where we can find it, brother.
He needs to be a guest. You need to get him on your show.
I'm gonna. If you, Dustin, if you want to be on my show, hit me up. I'll get you on next week, brother. I got one other person that I promised the next week's slot, and that's Jesse, who gave us our slot tonight. But I'll put you on next week. I'll do I'll do somebody that you know very well, Dustin. You come on out to my show. I put you over.
Was it him?
I love, yeah, I forgot that part. I love that man to death, man. I love him so much. That's another man. You sit down for hours. You can hear. If you sit down and talk to that man, you will hear a lot about professional wrestling in our area, man, without a doubt.
Yeah. After he sucker punched me, Scott, I don't really like him anymore.
Oh no. Oh no.
That's a whole nother story.
Oh no. You opened your mouth. I might have to ask you about it. Dustin,
it goes back to last year's bunkhouse stampede. And you talked to Dustin.
Okay. It happened during the last bunkhouse?
Sure.
Okay, I got you. Dustin Bragg, shoot, I love Missy Childers. Missy said, I love when Big Nasty comes off the top rope like you do. She's talking to Dustin. Jack Morgan said, yeah, Scott, you know about the 54 tickets stole. You got tickets for me to attend. Okay, I didn't remember that, but that's cool. And Dusty said he will contact me. So, yes, please get in contact with me, and I will hook you up to a show because, man, I love you, and I love your gimmick. I love your partner. I love everything about you, man. Ukrainians and Eagles. He's still on that Ukrainians thing, man. I'd love to know what the Ukrainians thing stands for.
I don't have a clue. Must have been
Jack Morgan said Dustin was one of my first people to train me. There you go. That'll tell you how good Dustin is. He's training others.
Sorry.
That's awesome. So, Michael Elliott, I've got a question I usually ask wrestlers, but I'm going to ask you, and then we're going to get out of here because I see you're getting kind of tired.
Oh, I'm great, man. We'll go all night.
All right. Well, the next question, I usually ask wrestlers this, but I've never asked an owner this, and I would love to hear your answer. What would the Michael Elliott of today tell the Michael Elliott that took over NAWA that day you took it over? What if you could go back and tell that guy anything, what would you tell him?
Get in your car, take your wife home, and don't look back. Put it on the floor and get the hell home.
I did not expect that answer. I did.
Just stick with filming wrestling, stick with making wrestling documentaries. Do not get involved. Take your ass home. Sorry.
Okay. I did not expect that one at all. You caught me off guard, brother. You really did. We got Missy Elliott. She's probably rolling on the floor at this point because I did not expect that at all.
No, that was just a joke.
I know.
Oh, yeah. I used to make wrestling documentaries before I got into doing this for full time. So it's
okay. So you used to videotape, go home and edit. So that's how you're so good at your commercials and all that.
Yeah, I've made a living doing video work for years.
Okay, I got you. All right, well, I just learned something new. Missy said, Michael, did you enjoy doing the PWF documentary?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, he's about to pull some stuff off the shelf. We're about to get a first-hand look here in a minute.
We did a documentary about PWF, which was George South, an Italian Stallions promotion that ran in the Carolinas for years. It's out there somewhere. I have DVDs. I don't know if it's streaming anywhere, but it's out there.
Okay.
But yeah, I've done. What's this one here? I did the Rock and Roll Express documentary.
I did not know that. I have to ask, is there anywhere where you sell those, or is there anywhere I can find them to buy them?
I've done all kinds of stuff. I did Jim Crockett Promotions, the good old days. And we were talking about Jimmy Valiant earlier. He's the reason how I got into making wrestling documentaries because
that's great.
I used to work for a CBS affiliate in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I went to a Wrestling Legends Fan Fest in Charlotte, met Jimmy Valiant, interviewed him there, and kept in contact with him, and just flat out said one day to him, "Hey, can I tell your life story?" And he said, "Yeah, man." And we did that, and I think I've done 10 wrestling documentaries since then, and it's all thanks to him and getting me involved with that. But that kind of led me to filming shows, and then got me into this. So this is where I'm at right now.
Dustin Bragg said you should do his daddy.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't know how long, about how long are those documentaries, man?
90 minutes to 2 hours.
Yeah, you're not going to make it with Jay Eagle with just 2 hours, brother. You're just not going to do it. Not unless you tell him to shut up and just shut it down.
Yeah.
Jay Eagle can tell you stories for hours, man. And whether you love him or hate him, that man knows his history, brother. He knows his history.
We shot an interview with him before, and it is
right.
The raw interview is on our YouTube channel. So if you search Chief Jay Eagle interview, it may pop up.
Okay, I got you. Without a doubt, man. I'm sorry somebody's trying to hit me up on Facebook and they just won't stop, and I'll have to answer them after the show. But yeah. Oh, here's Jesse. Jesse said, "What do we have to do to get the American Diesel dump truck in the bunkhouse?"
Last time he had the flu. Get him a flu shot so he don't get the flu and have to cancel on me. He had to cancel on me last time.
Let's get a hashtag going. Dump truck in the bunkhouse.
Flu shot. Hashtag flu shot.
Hashtag flu shot. Yeah, okay, we'll do it that way too. But
yeah, last time he was
Jesse. While you're on here and you're watching, I'm going to say it again. I said
yeah.
Michael.
Again.
We appreciate you changing time slots, and I will definitely get you. Why is somebody trying to call me during a live show? You know I'm not going to answer that. Come on, folks. Dustin Bragg is laughing. He knows what I meant. I love his daddy, but 2 hours just ain't long enough, man. Michael, you have to tell us what happened with Jay Eagle. Your face tells some kind of story. Uh-oh. Well, let's just. Oh, I don't want to do that. If he wants to tell that, let him tell him that on his own time, man. I believe there'll be a time and a place for him to tell that story.
Yeah, I've told that story. I've told that story so many times. I'm tired of hearing about it.
There you go.
It was nothing major.
Jesse said he's healed now. Just saying. So he's to the point where he's begging Michael Elliott to come on, and I'd love to see him in the bunkhouse, man. I'm just saying, whether it happens or not, I'm telling you as a fan, I'd love to see Dump Truck. Well, I'd love to see Dump Truck anywhere, but I'd love to see him at the bunkhouse, man. Good luck with that. Whether you get in there or not, Dump Truck, we love you. I'm just going to leave it at that. Now, oh my goodness. What I had so many questions, but we went through so much stuff and I laughed so hard that I forgot half of them. Your belts for your show are all of them custom made, and which one are you the most proud of?
Yeah, they're all custom made. I like our Carolinas title. I don't know if you've seen it before or not, Scott.
Is that the white one that
yes.
is in? Let me get the right poster up here. In this picture, that's the one that Pony Johnson's holding, right?
Yeah, it's a throwback to the old United States title. It's but it's the shape of North and South Carolina as the main plate.
Yeah, I see it right there. Yeah.
That's the one I had an idea for and sent it to my belt maker, and he was able to make it, and it's beautiful in person.
It is beautiful.
White.
I love the look of that
crocodile leather stands out.
Yeah, it pops. It pops out with that white back, and like you said, the gold and the colors you have for North Carolina, it pops, man. It's a good looking belt.
I'm not a belt mark. I'm not a belt mark like Dustin Bragg, but we came close. NAWA came very close to having 6-man tag team titles. That's how much I was considering having 6-man tag team titles, and I just decided against it.
Like trio titles?
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that's a whole nother ball game, boy.
Yeah, we got enough belts.
Yeah, I'm just again, it's just a fan telling you I love your company just the way it is, man. But yeah, what is the hardest day? Again, don't break down a fourth wall if it means doing that. Just say, Scott, I don't want to talk about it. But what was the worst day you ever had as a promoter and owner of NAWA? Like nothing went right, like a show where nothing just seemed to go right. Just, your whole day was just, oh, why am I in? Exactly like the joke you said before. Why didn't I just get in my car and just stay at home?
I don't know if I can say I had what's the worst day. The worst day would be the worst attended show I had. It was one of the first ones I took over. It was November of 2022. We were in Lenore, North Carolina, and it poured down rain for an hour right before doors opened, and during the period, and just like 22 people showed up. That had to be that's had to be the worst experience I've had, is seeing 22 people. It might be the norm for some people, but that really hurt.
Right.
That had to probably be the worst. Yeah.
But the wrestlers went out there and did them things to 22 people because they were all professionals, right?
That's right. We still put the show on. We still had a good show, and but it was a rough night.
Missy wants to know, have you personally ever thought about getting in the ring?
I have never thought about it. I actually have gotten in the ring before. I trained back in 2002 with Jeff Hamrick, Chris Hamrick's cousin, over in Forest City when Thomas Simpson was starting up Omega again. Me and a friend of mine went to that training school, and that's where we started at. And I did it for about a year and a half, and then I got a job where I was not able to do it for a very long time. And I said I got back into independent wrestling, doing the video stuff.
I got you. I've got to ask this. Don't tell me the wrestler's name. Please don't tell me the wrestler's name. But what is the highest price you've ever paid a wrestler to wrestle inside your wrestling ring?
I don't know if I want to say that, publicly.
Money, come on.
Money,
The name's not going to be known.
I mean, if you ever looked at my show, you probably look at the flyers and say, well, that's probably the guy.
Right. I probably could if I really looked, but all right, I can understand that. That was one of those fourth wall, shut up, Scott.
I'll say this because this promotion is not around any longer.
Right.
And it wasn't my money. It wasn't my money, but I was the booker for a group called Patriotic Wrestling Federation. And it didn't last long. But we had the Hardy Boys on the shows. We had FTR on the show, and that guy was really putting a lot of money into it. And when I left things, I'm not saying it was because I left, but he shut down pretty quickly after I left him. But yeah, he was.
I got you. I tried, man. I tried getting a good answer, but I understand why you're not giving the answer. I get it. You don't want any, you don't want any hard feelings with any of the other boys, no matter who they are. I get that. Missy's just gonna keep going about this. She really. I already showed this, so my bad. Why did I say that, Missy? That was wrong of me. But she really wants to know what happened with Jay Ego. She said your face tells the story. I think I got all of them. Yep, I think I got all the questions, man. So again, tell everybody about the bunkhouse. I'm gonna put the videos up or the promos up, and as I put them up, man, just give them the information, and at the end, tell them face to face where they can come and where your next show is going to be and all that good stuff. Whatever you want to say, I'll give you the last 2 minutes. So here we go.
This Sunday, you come out to the Burke County Fairgrounds, January the 11th, for the 10th annual Bunkhouse Stampede. We're going to have 30 contestants will enter the ring. They're going to come as they are, dressed in their street clothes or wrestling gear, however they come. They're allowed to bring weapons. They're going to be in there till one person's left standing. The winner will get a shot at any championship they choose within the next year. Doors open at 3 p.m., bell time's 4 p.m., and all tickets are $10. There will also be 4 other big matches as well. Tag team titles will be on the line. Allen Brothers will be defending against Damn Extreme. Big heavyweight championship match between Silver Fox and Justin Kindred Allen, the champion. Big story there. See how that turns out. Big 8-man tag with the Moonshine Express, Big Donnie and Pony Johnson taking on Grant Kistel, Curtis Robertson, the Masked Outlaw, and Pretty Boy Bailey. And then we got the big 6-man tag with Bash Caliban and the Divine Embrace taking on Gouda, Goodman, and Coleman. It's got a big card. Get out there. Come see us. If you live close, you have no reason not to. The Panthers play on Saturday, so you can't use the playoff game as an excuse. So get out there. It's one of our biggest shows. It's one of our most exciting shows, and you never know what's going to happen when you come to the Bunkhouse Stampede.
Missy said, I didn't ask again. I know, Missy. I said that. I said I didn't realize I put it up there twice.
Missy. Quit asking.
But we really,
Missy.
yeah, I'm making some mistakes. Missy, I'll tell you, I'll say one thing about Missy. Missy asked some good wrestling questions. Missy knows the business, man. Missy said, come out and bring 2 friends. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what we're saying right here and right now, man. But man, I appreciate you coming on the show, Michael, man. And I'm glad we did get to do this show before the Bunkhouse. Folks, I'm gonna throw out who I think's gonna win. I'm throwing a underdog out there, and I'm gonna say who I think's gonna win. And trust me, every time a match like this happens and I throw the name out there, he's probably the first or second guy to get thrown out of the ring. But if he's in the Bunkhouse, now I don't want to know if he is or not, Michael Elliott. I'm going Buggy Wright all the way, baby. I'm going Buggy Wright to win the Bunkhouse. That's my answer right there. Buggy Wright to win the Bunkhouse.
That's a good choice. That's the thing about this year is like I look at it and like I don't know who's going to win it. I mean, I can't pinpoint a favorite.
You know, you got a poster, but you ain't got nobody who's actually in it. I know a few because you put posters out. They put posters out. You know, I'm going to be in it. I'm going to be in it. I didn't see Buggy Wright. It might be out there, but I didn't see it. But if Buggy goes through them curtains, that's my pick. I'm just saying, that's my pick. Win or lose, that's my pick.
Good pick.
Misty said, I am a pest, but not that big. You are not a pest at all, man.
You say so.
Misty said, my winner is Tony Benj. Is that how you pronounce it, Benj?
Yep, Tony Benj.
All right.
Saturday Night Superstar.
Tony Benj. All right, we got 7 people in here watching right now because we just lost some because I said we were going to end it. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to put on here who you think is going to win the Bunkhouse Stampede. If you put your answer up there, I'll put it on. If not, we're going to end the show. That's how we're going to end it. So Missy said that Tony Benj is her pick. I said Buggy Wright is my pick. Like I said, I'll give 30 seconds. You said, wow, you said a lot tonight. You said you got your shows all the way to April. April's my birthday, by the way. Okay. That would be cool depending on what day you have it. My birthday's April the 9th. So if you have it somewhere at the beginning of April, I might be there. There's a possibility I might be there.
It doesn't matter when your birthday is. Just come on out anyway. I would say that's going to be if right. Things go as planned, that's going to be a big show for Jimmy Valiant. And we're looking forward to hosting it with him.
That's a name drop right there, buddy, without a doubt.
Hopefully we can make that happen for him, giving him that record for a little while.
Dylan Childers said John Cena is my pick. You can't see him. He won't win because you can't see him, man.
He is a free agent.
He is a free agent. That is true. You better back up a truck full of money, but that's all I'm saying. But he's a free agent. All right, Michael, man. Is there anything else you want to let the world know about the Bunkhouse before we get out of here?
Just come out Sunday, buy a ticket, come enjoy the show. We're not going to disappoint. We guarantee you a good time. If you think you've seen good independent professional wrestling, you haven't until you come to an NAWA show. So come on out and check us out.
And I'm going to say this as a fan. Bring your posters for your favorite wrestlers. Never be quiet. Sit down and yell and scream throughout the whole show. And Michael said earlier in the show, depending on what it is, bring some weapons, man. They might use it in the Bunkhouse. It's a yes or a no. The worst you're going to get is a no. So there you go. Have some fun. Pay $10. Bring a weapon. Bring a sign. Yell and scream and have a good time. That's what it's all about out there at the Burke County Fairgrounds this Sunday at 3 o'clock. Doors open at 3. First match is going to be at 4. So there you go. I don't know what order he's going to do it. If he's going to do the singles, I don't want to know, and I don't want you to tell him if it's going to be the singles matches and then the Bunkhouse or the Bunkhouse and then the singles matches. But you got to show up to find out, and it's only $10 at the door, folks. Burke County Fairgrounds. Doors open 3 o'clock. Bell time's at 4 o'clock. 30-man I can't say 30-man over the top. 30-man Royal Rumble is the way I'm going to put it, so you know exactly what's going on. But it is called the Bunkhouse Stampede. The winner gets a contract that he can turn in. He or she, I don't know if there might be some women in the bunkhouse, that he or she can turn in at any time during the year for any championship match that they want. So big stakes on the line in the Bunkhouse Stampede, man. Big stakes. So there's a lot of wrestlers that would love to have a shot at that heavyweight championship. And if one of your favorite tag team guys win it, then you know they might go the tag team route or anything like that. But there you go. All right, NAWA. Man, I'm going to go out with playing the commercial again. That's when I'm going to hit the end stream. So we're going to play the commercial one more time to give you all the information, folks. Michael, thank you for coming on. You can come back to Hashtag Truth anytime you want to promote a show, brother. I love what you do out there. And keep doing you, man. We're going to play the commercial, and then I'm going to end the show. So we'll see you sometime next week as soon as everything is paid for again. I'm just being real. And then we're definitely – oh, Ron Emerson popped up, said, hello, gentlemen. What's up, Ron? Love you, man. So there you go. So we're going to play the commercial, and then right after that's going to be the outro, folks. So we'll see you sometime next week. Don't forget the Bunkhouse Brawl, Sunday, 3 o'clock, Burke County Fairgrounds. You don't want to miss it. 4 o'clock, first match. Be there. And that is the Hashtag Truth.
Get ready, Morgan in North Carolina, as the NAWA Championship Wrestling makes its long-awaited return to the Burke County Fairgrounds on Sunday, January the 11th, for the 10th annual Bunkhouse Stampede. Don't miss the chaos of the Bunkhouse Stampede. 30 contestants will enter for a chance to win it all. Come as you are. Bring weapons. Over the top rope elimination, every man for themselves. The winner gets a shot at any title they choose within the next calendar year. Make your plans to join us for the 10th annual Bunkhouse Stampede. Come see the NAWA stars live, up close and in action. There will be 4 other exciting, huge matches as the NAWA Heavyweight Champion, Justin Kindred Allen, will face former champion, the Silver Fox. The NAWA Tag Team titles will be on the line as the Allen brothers defend against Damn Extreme. There'll be a huge 6-man tag team match, and there'll be a huge 8-man tag. Don't you dare miss the 10th annual Bunkhouse Stampede. This is one of the biggest shows of the year for NAWA. Make plans to join us now. Sunday, January the 11th. Doors open at 3 p.m. Bell time 4 p.m. All tickets are just $10. Don't you dare miss NAWA Championship Wrestling.
Hashtag Truth Podcast. Hashtag Truth. Speaking truth. Yeah, we'll never back down. Hashtag Truth. Shining light on the underground. Hashtag Truth. Uncovering what they don't want to know. Hashtag Truth.